neutrophil chemoattractant factor. Okay, chemo mean chemical, attractant mean which attract. Okay, so those factors, those chemical are those factors which are those chemical which attract neutrophil to an area of infection or inflammation will be calling neutrophil chemoattractant factor. Okay, so at the area of infection and inflammation, we will be having microorganism, we will be having macrophage, we will be having complement system, we will be having inflammatory mediators which is formed by arachidonic acid pathway like prostaglandin, leukotriene, all these. Now from microorganism they will secrete formyl methanol peptide. Okay, this attract the neutrophil to an area of infection or inflammations. We will be having interleukin 8 which is primarily secreted by macrophage. This interleukin 8 can also be secreted by monocytes as the macrophage is derived of monocyte. Okay, it can also be secreted by lymphocyte. Interleukin 8 can also be secreted by eosinophil, basophil, platelet. Okay, but the primary producer of interleukin 8 is macrophage. Now from the complement system we will get C5-a, which is a split product of C5. Okay, C5-a is the split product of C5. And leukotriene B, which is formed like this cell membrane will form from this cell membrane. The phospholipid is going to convert into arachidonic acid. Then arachidonic acid through cyclooxygenase pathway will form prostaglandin, and through lipoxygenase pathway it will form leukotriene. And in these leukotriene we have leukotriene B4, LTB4 simply we call it. So this is LTB4 is neutrophil chemoattractant factor. How you will remember? Now another thing that C5-a is a strong chemoattractant. Now how you will remember it? Like 4, 4, 5, 8. Okay, so and F4 started with F. So formyl methanol peptide, and this fibrinopeptide is not important, but this can be secreted by the endothelial injury. These four are important: formyl methanol peptide, which is secreted by bacteria or microorganism; interleukin 8, which is primarily secreted by macrophage; C5-a from complement system; leukotriene B4 from the arachidonic acid. Okay, pathway. Now you have to remember another thing, that C5-a and C3-a, these are the anaphylatoxin. Anaphylatoxin means they stimulate mast cell degradation, and so after mast cell degradation there will be secretion of histamine, which lead to type 4 hypersensitivity reaction. Okay, that will lead to type 1 hypersensitivity reaction. So C5-a is also a neutrophil chemoattractant. C5-a together with C3-a, they are anaphylatoxin. Okay, so